babyface persona. And I remember having a conversation with Vince McMahon, who was the owner at that time of WWE. And he said, when you go out every night, I want you to smile. I said, can I ask you why? He goes, I want to make sure that the crowd thinks and knows that you're grateful to be here and you're grateful for the opportunity. So I always want you smiling. I want you to be the quintessential baby face. And I remember at that time, Terry, thinking, well, I feel like there might be other ways for me to show how grateful I am, but also this is a performance. And even before I went out with my big smiles as requested from WWE, it just didn't feel right to me. So I made my debut, and my very first match in WWE, which was actually my very first match ever, and that was in Madison Square Garden. And I went out and we had my match, and I wind up winning the whole thing, which was a pretty incredible night. And the smiles were consistent. Every night I would smile. But then what happened quite quickly is the fans picked up on that, and it wasn't good, because they felt, and it was true, that I wasn't being just real and authentic. And they began to turn on me.
When you won that first match, did you know you were going to win? Was it choreographed for you to win?
Oh yeah, so that's the world of pro wrestling, is you know, and we're well aware of who's going to win that night and who's not. That's why I'm always careful to say, not to say how many people I actually beat, because it's actually, right. I didn't, and they allowed it to happen, so everybody supports everybody. But yes, I did know that.
Okay, so compare the babyface to The Rock.
Mm-hmm. So now when I get the call from WWE and says, hey, after your injury, when you heal up at the end of the summer, we're going to bring you back as a heel. And then that night, I got on the microphone and I said, Rocky Maivia is a lot of things, because they were chanting Rocky sucks, and which was a lot of fun in that world when you have 20,000 people. Well, here's the thing. In that world, when you're a good guy and they're chanting Rocky sucks, that's a death sentence. Now, when you're a bad guy and you say, hey, I may be a lot of things, but sucks isn't one of them, then I said something that really lit the crowd, and they just booed even more. But it was different back then, because then I became a heel that night. And within 3 months, I became the hottest heel in the company. And the ascension happened pretty quick. But you know what, Terry? That moment was so defining for me, because it really allowed me to step into my power. And what I mean by that is just being real and authentic. And even in this crazy world of pro wrestling, every time I grabbed the microphone and I said something, or every action that I did came from a very, very real place. And it was like instantaneously, the crowd knew it, and they said, oh, this guy's holding up a mirror. That's who he is. And we love it. And then The Rock was born.
I thought you were going to tell me that you trash talked the audience, that you became a villain.
Oh,
to the audience.
Well, that's what I did do. I became like the Don Rickles of pro wrestling.
Yeah. Well, we need to take a short break here. So let me reintroduce you. If you're just joining us, my guest is Dwayne Johnson. He produced and stars in the new film, The Smashing Machine. We'll be right back. This is Fresh Air.
Yep. People just don't like Trump Putin ears. Don't like fascists. That's about it. See y'all later.